Hi, Aries. So I drew a card for you. We have the Three of Swords. It's a beautiful Three of Swords card. Okay. And then on the bottom of the deck, to cover this up, we have the Nine of Discs, the Solve Coagula energy. And I got guidance because I have a diagram in my own life of what it means to me. And I got guidance to share it with you guys. And so I just made a very quick drawing of it, and we will talk about that later in the video because I want to get this other stuff kind of going first. Okay. And your messages are piano, New Jersey, it's your time, woof woof, actually why I changed into my wolf shirt, women, and toad. Okay, so this week I've been using my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, just having a little bit of fun, and this is just the monster cards. And so I'm going to get a monster energy that I need to embody right now to help you guys read, to help read for you guys. Okay, so what does Aries, what monster energy do I need to embody right now for Aries, their highest timeline? What monster energy do I need to embody right now for Aries' highest timeline? One more. Oh, got two. Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck? Ooh, Souls of the Forgotten. Okay, hold on. So these, so am I harnessing two energies for you right now? They're both feminine. Interesting. Red Archery Girl and the, I can't read that backwards, the Unfriendly Amazon. How fun. Okay. All right. And then on the bottom of the deck, this card at the bottom always has some kind of interplay or dynamic with this energy. So we're going to see what this means. Huh. Okay. All right. And then we have, I'm going to be using the spell and trap cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, to get an energy that you need to harness right now. So for Aries' highest timeline, what energy do they need to harness right now? For Aries' highest timeline, what energy do they need to harness right now? Oh, it's one of those cards that can be a little frightening that just popped out. Oh, and then we have Timidity. Timidity. Is that how you say that? Timidity on the bottom. So this is the card that Sagittarius got in their reading, and I didn't show it because they also needed a friend protecting them, and they got a little toon alligator protecting them, and I was acting as that for them, so I didn't show it to them. But I feel like I can show you guys because you have the unfriendly, I'm holding an unfriendly Amazon energy and a red archery girl, and you have the Three of Swords. So you're already I feel like you're able to see this right now without yeah. So this is called Ukazi. And this, interestingly enough, in the Aquarius reading, it was literally, I was talking about almost this exact picture, but it was about, there's this meme, and I forgot what his name is, but it's that lead guy in The Office. He picks up the boombox, and in the background, it literally looks like this, and he's just dancing. And they got the message about dancing in the storm. And so that's literally all that reminds me of right now. I think that was really the only reason why this came through, is to kind of say that. That's, yeah. So you also have this like energy on the bottom. Are you crawling away from it? Are you going towards it? Interestingly too, Capricorn got something about catacombs. And that looks like a catacombs. Crawling through a catacombs. Underneath something that's burning. Catacombs also means like it was about like the bones of something. The bones of something that's coming down. Huh. The card right underneath it is the reverse card. As soon as I looked at that and I turned it like this, for whatever reason, I'm guessing this is the actual, right? Is that the truth? Because right underneath it, this is what I saw. This switch. Well, we'll see. We'll see what this means for you. We'll see. Okay. Underneath a city in some way. In a catacombs. You are harnessing like a catacomb energy. Crawling through something. The history of something. The bones of something. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the souls of the forgotten. Souls of the forgotten. Catacombs. Okay, let's get to your messages first. So you have piano. And this could just mean something very specific to you in your life. Could just be music, piano music that could be helpful for you to enjoy right now. Immediately when I first saw this, I was thinking about oh, what's his name? Oh my god. I want to say Jeremy, but not Jeremy. You know that guy kind of with the kind of wild hair? He plays a lot of music. Everyone knows him. We're going to come back to that because I just had his name in my head. Okay, but also the other thing that I actually saw earlier today with piano was the scene in Good Will Hunting where Skylar and Will are sitting at they're eating lunch or something, and she was asking him how he understood organic chemistry just like that. And he gave her the example of a piano. And he said that, you know, when Beethoven or Tchaikovsky, is that how you say his name? When they sat down at a piano, they just understood it. They got it. It was their intelligence. And he was explaining that to her, how he just understands it. It's just how his mind works. And she was talking about like she's been in school for like 4 years trying to understand this, and she was almost kind of like, I don't want to say irritated. I think she was more so impressed that he just had a mind that could understand it like that. And but he gave the example of a piano, and he's like, you know, if I sat down at a piano, I just see a box of wood, you know. So it's just like some people are naturally gifted at certain things. They understand it. They understand how it works. Just naturally gifted at something. So maybe that's piano for you, or maybe that's just like an example of something for you. Okay, now we have New Jersey. And this actually came through for the Aquarius reading last week, not the most recent one. And I still have no clue what that's about. So maybe that's just like important for you in some way. Literally the only thing I can think of that has any kind of connection to New Jersey is I was listening to an Avett Brothers live show about a week ago, and it's January Wedding. It's my favorite Avett Brothers song. But when they were introducing their dad, they said Bobby for president. And I just thought that was interesting. So maybe that's important for you in some way. Maybe you're part of like that whole movement, or were at some point. That is literally the only thing I can think of for New Jersey. So it's your time. So this could just simply be like a confirmation for you. It's your time in some way. It's your time to rise. It's your time, whatever this means. This is energy you're harnessing. It's your time to get the knowledge on something, the bones of something, to harness your intelligence. Maybe not the intelligence that maybe you've been taught that you need to understand, but understanding what you're naturally gifted at, how your mind naturally works. Yeah. And maybe just investing more time into those things. Okay, so woof, woof. Just a barking dog, a wolf. Wolves more like they howl than like woof woof. But when I saw that, I just like I put my my wolf on, because we also had this like alchemical thing going on here too. So I was just immediately drawn back to this. Burning something down. You know what? I don't even know what movie this is. But I was thinking about that scene. There's a scene, I have no clue what the movie is, so maybe it's just like me describing it, where there's like this party going on within a barn, and people are dancing. There's a guy singing and there's people dancing. And then all of a sudden you start to see more and more people. I think there's a piano player too. And then all of a sudden you start to see more and more people like appearing. And they look like they're from like every time period. And you realize that they're ghosts. Souls of the forgotten. Like I said, I have no clue what this movie is. I've never actually seen it. I just saw a clip of it. But there's ghosts all dancing in this like barn. And at the very end of the scene, there's like this, you see something like catching fire. Something looks like it's caught fire or something. A barn. I guess like just make sure that you're safe. You're a barn. Just maybe double check something. But timidity. This more so just reminds me of like dancing in a storm. Like if everything's kind of burning down, just let the purification happen. Aquarius got a message about purification, letting things be reduced to ash. Like the old cycles, like being purified, going back out. Souls of the Forgotten. I keep being drawn to this card. Releasing maybe some people? Souls of the Forgotten. And then with this barn, with all these different generations of ghosts all dancing. Maybe your ancestry? Your ancestors? Your lineage? Souls of the Forgotten, your lineage? Purifying a lineage? Catacombs. Unearthing, maybe like, unearthing, like, stories from your lineage. I keep saying that word. Unearthing something, finding something in history with your family. Maybe those that have been forgotten in some way. But why is this here? Why am I being this with these, like, souls of the forgotten? This unfriendly Amazon. Why am I being an unfriendly Amazon? What is that about? And this red archery girl hitting something on a mark. I needing to be more rude. Okay. So then we have women. So women could just be important to you right now. A women's movement. Maybe the women in your ancestry. That have been forgotten. Purifying. Now it's making me think of like family patterns. Releasing family patterns. Rude. Okay, then we have Toad. And really the only thing that I can think of with Toad is I watched a nature video probably months ago at this point of a father toad protecting all of his little babies. I forgot what they're called. Tadpoles? Anyways, they're in like a separate part of the I guess you could say lake, and they're all in their little eggs, and he watches over them. And when they start to break open into little tadpoles, he does this like whole thing with his body where he creates a hole for the water to pour back into the lake, and all the little tadpoles are able to go into the lake. He like watches over them their entire like little egg cycle and uses his own body to make the hole for them, the little tunnel. What is here with this Three of Swords though? This Three of Swords. Like, have you gone through something very painful very recently, or is this from the past? Because it almost seems like you have like a lot growing around it now. And maybe it's just time to pull out those swords. Kind of like feel the pain of whatever that was. And allow new seeds to be planted where the swords are. Okay, so now we're getting in to the Solve Coagula. All right. So this is the energy on the bottom of the deck. As you can see, the nipples are showing, so I don't want to be flagged. You have Solve coagula, which means solvent and coagulation. There's a serpent representing the process in the middle, the wheel, the fire. Okay. All right, so I went ahead and drew this out, just a really quick drawing, somewhat quick. And so this is how I was guided in my own life to understand the solve coagula within like manifestation, but most specifically within relationships. And with mine, it was like about a romantic, emotional, it was about like a counterpart, like energy. And I had all this different stuff. So on my actual thing, which is mine, I have all these different connections and like music and art and different things that are connected with it. But my guidance, like I was getting guidance in what to show you guys. And it's very simple. So I'm going to hold this up and allow you to like screenshot it if you want to. But this is what it's guided to show. Okay, you got it? All right. So let's get into this. I hope I'm going to try to keep it as simple as possible for you. So these were from this was one deck, and this was a different deck. This was Dreams of Gaia Tarot, and then this one was the Sacred Web Tarot. So how I was shown was the King of Air energy, getting the knowledge that is necessary, that you need. And I am going to equate this to make it very, very simple, like a nesting pair of birds. And this is the male bird going out to get the food for the female bird on the nest. Very simple, right? So he possesses the knowledge that she needs, but the Solve is creating this knowledge into something more emotional, like art, poetry, music, and being able to pour forth that knowledge in an emotional way to where it can hit her intellectually, where she can process it and allow it to go down into the roots. Oh, I'm not showing. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, do I need to say this over again? Okay. So Daddy Bird gets the worm, gets whatever she needs. He puts it, okay, so you're putting it into like art, poetry, things that can emotionally give an expression. And it goes down in here, and it goes down into this, like going into the roots. So I have right here, provides her the knowledge that waters her seeds of manifestation. Okay, so it goes down. And so it almost acts like this, going down like this, and then ends up like kind of pushing forth a rose. That's literally what the picture is showing in my deck. And so here, in this process, the coagulation process, let the knowledge, information soak into the roots and metabolize. Let it digest. Okay? And then you tend these sprouts frequently. And we're talking about knowledge here, but like nourishing it with like emotional energy. Okay? And so this is watering the future manifestation. So this is like the daddy bird getting the food that she needs. She eats it and provides the strength for their family. There's a bunch of other stuff and like how I use this in my own way. But I'm not going to go all into that because I felt like that was as simple as it needed to be for you guys right now. So But within a relationship, this is right here. So within relationship, my solve ignites your coagula. My solve ignites your coagula. Your coagula calls me deeper into my solve. It makes me want to go find those worms for you, right? So like think of it like that. That was how I was personally guided to understand that process. So, all right. So you have this here with the Three of Swords. So maybe this is about an emotional situation in your life, or is this within you? Because we have this like theme about ancestry and ghosts. Are you naturally gifted at something within like genealogy? Because we have the whole like dancing in the barn, all these ghosts dancing in a barn, the catacombs, crawling through the catacombs, the souls of the forgotten. And the toad here, the daddy, nourishing his young, caring for his young. I think it's time for you to pull out those swords. I'm not sure what these swords represent for you, but it looks like they're ready to come out. Look at all the growth, all these roses around it. It's almost like ready to just like push those swords up. Like get them out of here. Like, yeah, burn. So like in the Aquarius reading, like we had very much like this energy of like purification and just learning how to alchemize and like kind of dance in the storms using a lot more of like music, maybe even art, creating. Take out that sword and write with it. What did that sword mean for you? Then take out this one, write with it. What does each of these mean? Take them out. Something is needing to grow, and these are just taking up like too much space. That's what it feels like. Okay, so what is this New Jersey thing? Does it mean anything more? Okay, I'm not getting anything else with that, so I'm guessing this means something specific to you. Piano in New Jersey, a New Jersey piano player. Okay, sorry, I ran out of room, so I had to delete some stuff. All right, I was going through like potentially like with this New Jersey, like a piano player in New Jersey women, something about it's time for someone, maybe in New Jersey. Okay. And then I just want to, before I go, I didn't clear a bunch of space, so I don't want to get too long. Before I go, I wanted to go ahead and say this energy, this could also just represent the embodiment of a relationship, the counterpart, the union of the twin flames, whatever you want to call that. Because in the Aquarius reading, we got one of the cards that we got, it was almost like and it's reminding me of this exact thing. We got the turtle tiger, which was like, it represented like this fusion of two people. And I got the message of, if you've ever seen the show Steven Universe, when two people or two of the people come together, they create an entirely new an entirely new person. And I was actually getting synchronicities about this recently, about ruby and sapphire creating garnet. That might be something interesting for you to look up. Anyways, this is what this is reminding me of. Ruby and sapphire coming together to create garnet. The solve and the coagula of a relationship. That's just like what is coming through. Okay, and then did we get everything out of this? Was this just about you? Maybe taking something back? About your ancestors? Taking their stories back? Healing their stories? Healing the patterns? Because in the video that I remember, they're all dancing. It's like they're all together dancing. And then the roof is about to burn down. Almost like purifying, like maybe purifying the bloodline. Purifying the stories. This reminds me also of, what's that scene in the Lord of the Rings where Aragorn calls on the mountain people, those ghosts, to fulfill their oath. And if they fulfill their oath, they're able to go in peace. They're able to depart this realm instead of being stuck in like a limbo. Interesting. Maybe that might be an important scene for you to look up. Okay, did I get everything here? Woof woof. I don't know what else that would mean. Unless it's just important to you, your dog. Do you have a dog? I don't know. Maybe your dog would like piano music? I don't know. Timidity. So funny. I'm an Aries rising and I'm kind of feeling this right here. But I'm also being asked to hold this unfriendly Amazon. Okay. So, anyways, Aries, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to hold this up one more time for you, just in case you didn't get it the first time. There you go. Kind of reminds me of the toad now. You know, protecting his young. If I didn't already say that before. The Solve Coagula, making sure the generation moves on, that the bloodline is purified, creating the new generation. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go. All right, well, I hope that you got the information out of here that you needed, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.